No, I'm not ready yet. I want my little clippy.
Well, you already started.
I guess you're
now.
editing it out now.
I really wanted my little clippy.
You just keep this in bloopers.
All right, so who are we? I'm Tara.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jake.
And we're White Rock, which is a play on both of our names. And so we've kind of just utilized that for our boat and in our life and our home. So why homesteading? Well, I'm no stranger to homesteading. I had my own homestead back in Ohio when you started helping me build that when you were 12?
Something like that, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, and I wanted a little bit more self-sustaining lifestyle. 9/11 kind of threw me for a loop, and I wanted to provide for our family a little differently. So we had chickens and hogs, and we butchered them ourselves. We lived amongst the Amish in a little village in Ohio. And we just loved that lifestyle. And then when I met Jason, he shared in that too. So why homesteading for you?
Getting out of the busy life. Spending most of my adult life in the Marine Corps. It's always just busy. So homesteading for us, when I retired from the Marine Corps, I really had no goal. I didn't know what I was going to do. The Marine Corps was it, and then after that I was kind of don't know what to do with my hands. Tara and I met, and we were able to find that goal in homesteading, being self-sufficient. You know, for me, a lot of it was, especially with we were going to travel. That was our big plan, and then not being able to travel definitely made it where being self-sufficient, and
Which that had a lot to do with COVID and the lockdowns, and then of course diesel prices going through the roof. So the ability to financially sustain yourself on the road in a big diesel vehicle was not sustainable. So we upped our plans rather quickly to find our land.
On me, I guess. Why did I come down here? Well, I was really the only kid that took the chance to come down here, I guess, and try to make my life a little more simpler. Try to make my life a little more simple and get away from just working endlessly for somebody else. I wanted to try to do something for myself and make it work.
And he'll be building his own house once we get a little bit more established and we're done using him for labor. You know how that works. Why Arkansas? Why not? It's beautiful.
Right. Just driving around answers that question. I know we haven't done any videos, and a lot of our videos are, you know, just us working and stuff, but it takes one drive, a 5-minute drive around here to say, yes, this is why. I think the biggest reason, you know, also is the temperature. It gets cold, don't get me wrong. You know, we've been freezing the last few days, and you know, it does get colder temperatures. Blue skies help though. If it's cold in a blue sky, with us spending, you know, so much time up north and in the winter, we didn't want to deal with snow, and they still get it here, but it also doesn't get too overly hot either. I know people have asked us, like, why not go down to Texas or, you know,
Tennessee,
Florida. Well, I'm thinking even further south, and
yeah,
you know, they get too hot for us, and we wanted something close to the mountains, or at least mountain views.
But we also wanted to make smart decisions too. So we looked at things like veteran benefits for each state, tax benefits, what we're allowed to do, what we're not allowed to do when you own land. And we found Arkansas to be really attractive for all of those reasons. And yeah, driving around the Ozarks beckoned to us big time. And not only that, but it wasn't my place. It wasn't Jason's place. Certainly wasn't Jake's place. So it's our place now.
Yeah, it's definitely neutral ground. That's probably one of the biggest questions when everyone asks us is why Arkansas? And they're like, well, do you have family there? Absolutely not.
Nope.
We do have one couple that we're friends with that live 5-6 hours south of us. So I mean, a good day trip, or go stay a couple nights or whatever. But this area that we chose is definitely neutral ground, as she puts it.
And we're making friends super fast.
You can't help but make friends.
Well, I mean, come on. My husband's Jason. Really? We're going to make friends.
So,
yeah. So, future homestead plans. We're definitely going to be adding animals as soon as we can. I miss having my chickens. I miss having my hogs. I miss having all those things that make a part of a homestead. And we just have to get the infrastructure done first. So even in our conversations today, our main goal is to get the tiny house done so that Jake has a space of his own. Right now, we're all crammed into our 32-foot Keystone Cougar fifth wheel with Callie and Charlie. They're our fur babies. And so getting the tiny house done for Jake to have a place of his own, and then getting us moved onto the property to where then we can start working on the larger infrastructure of building the homestead, and we'll be on site. We're only 6 miles away from the land, so it's not like we have to drive forever, but we want to be on the land in order to service our animals. And so then we're going to have a couple different RV sites, and since I'm so interested in different builds, we'll have different cottages all over the property too, speckled in to the landscape, because we have 7 kids between us.
But this is like 15-year plan. It's
5-year plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have places for friends and family to come stay, and we love our land. We wanted a little bit more, but I think we can do what we want on the price or the size of the land that we bought.
And I think, and then looking at the future of things, I mean, everything's always evolving. We're, this homestead is our daily life. We don't have 9-to-5s to go to. So
well, I am a nurse, so whether or not I'll choose to go back to work down here in Arkansas, not sure yet, but right now the plan is no. Of course, he's retired, and Jake will probably do something similar. We're still not sure yet.
The great part about being down here, though, was the cost. The cost of our land and everything was much cheaper than what we could find anywhere else for what we ended up getting. So, but it's more than enough room to do all the things that we want to do. I'll probably be building till I can't build anymore.
Same.
But it's going to be fun. It's growing it. We pretty much started with raw land, for the most part. I mean, if you've seen some of the other videos, there is a foundation. Great debate. I think we're settling on it was probably a mobile home foundation.
Part of it. I think part of it might have been, but the other part wasn't.
Yeah. So knowing exactly what that was for, I don't know. We're going to use the parts of it that we can use and make it for us. We've discussed tearing it completely down and just redoing the brick. And until the day comes, that's still not out of the option.
I could change my mind.
But I think we were blessed in getting the property because we already had power. It was one big discussion of doing off-grid. And I think for me, off-grid isn't the key point. It's being self-sustaining. So I think we are at some point when we get things more established, we'll have the off-grid option of being able to, if we lose power, if I have automatic switches, or if I have to go flip a switch or whatever, like losing power isn't going to be a big deal. We will have it set up to where we'll have power anyways, but there's power there. And that makes it great for what we're doing now, even just having power to charge our power tools and run our power tools, and you know,
and the well
in
works.
the well. I know I've stated it in a couple videos now, but just amazed at, you know, I think 2016 was the last time power was onto this property, so we can only assume that that was the last time that the well was ran. And I literally changed the pressure gauge just because I wanted it to actually be able to read what it said. And I put a new ball valve for the main shutoff, which it leaked when I first turned power to it, but then the leak stopped. So, but I don't know, the water's pretty brown. We definitely will have to run filter systems. It looks like it's a 6-inch casing, but it's definitely not dry. We've run it for hours and hours and hours when we're out there. Had it hooked to a hose, run off to the side just to try to clear some stuff out, and it still comes out a little brown when you first turn it on, but that's to be expected. I mean, we don't have any documentation, we don't have anything.
No one knew anything.
Yeah, like we basically bought it with no background info. Like we don't even know why they stopped building.
But it's our story now to take forward.
Yeah,
and
so the only next big infrastructure thing we need, right, is septic. We need something.
I'm fine with composting toilets, but these guys,
I don't think she wants to handle our compost.
no. Well, who said I was going to handle it?
It's your idea, you get to handle it.
But another thing we wanted to focus on too in doing the homestead was doing it financially responsibly. I am a bargain shopper. I am a money miser. That's allowed us to be in this position for us to not have to have 9-to-5s. And we're finding that the bargains are a little harder to find here in Arkansas, but I'm still finding them. And so a lot of the things that we focus on and that we really appreciate are our abilities to find good deals and make it work.
She finds the deals. I will look at the same page she's looking at and won't find anything, and she finds it. So, but it does, and I think a big part of it is doing this debt free.
Everything's debt free.
Things will go slow. I mean, the channel really is kind of our video documentary of, you know, we can look back when we get older and say, wow, this is where we started from, this is where we're going. And obviously,
family,
you know, if
friends.
you're watching this, you know, most of you right now, because I mean, we just started this thing and everyone's been telling us, well, start a YouTube.
They've been telling me that since I was like the Haver Drive handy woman, that I should do my own YouTube channel. So this allows us to do a batch process kind of instead of us sitting there. I mean, obviously we still have our individual phone calls and text messages and stuff like that with friends and family, but this kind of lets us reach out and you know, document everything that we're doing. So things may go slow, but it's because we're going to be doing it on our own. I mean, we've already looked into having a couple things done on the property, and I can't justify it.
It secured the answer that we need to do the things on our own. I mean, we have the ability, we have the means. So,
and what was really cool when Jason and I came together is that our skill sets are so complementary to each other. What I don't know, he knows. What he didn't know, I knew. And that even filtered down to our tools. When we combined our households and combined our tool sets, everything I had, he didn't have. Everything he had, I didn't have. So together as a team, and then now adding Jake, and Jake's knowledgeable too. I mean, he already has built one homestead. You know, he was up doing the drywall, he was doing the framing, he was doing the electrical. So working together as a team is just going to be so awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I have any other questions. Do you have anything to add?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. Stay tuned, everybody. Grow up the YouTube channel.
Click like. So I always get this wrong.
Click like and subscribe.
Click like and subscribe. Because for some reason we have to have like a boatload of people to subscribe to our channel before we're even recognized.
Yeah, I mean, just getting it out there. Like I said, we're definitely not going to be the go, you know, the disclaimer out there is it may not be the don't follow us if you want it done to code. I think our building skills, like, we overbuild pretty much everything that we do.
But we're not professionals. We just do it how we are.
Neither
how
one
we
of us
feel.
are licensed.
Yeah.
None of us are licensed in, anything other than driving a vehicle. So, it's
Just for fun, but we build some pretty phenomenal things together. So super excited about that. But anyway, that's who we are. We've had some people message us and ask us some of those questions. So just wanted to get that out there. And then now we have a who we are video.
see ya.
Bye.